Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit. I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm starting things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker, go ahead and lurk. That's okay. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. It is a Saturday evening, and our mission tonight, if I choose to accept it, which I do, is to continue working on the Immortal Justice Gundam high grade. We might even finish that tonight. And if we do finish it tonight, and there's time left in the stream, I'll begin another model kit. That's right. My $10, so honestly, to be clear, my $10 patrons, it's a tie vote. My $10 patrons voted evenly that I either should start a Lego set or a model kit. And so I used a random number generator 3 times and went with the 2 out of 3 of the 1 or the 2. And the first option won 2 times in a row, actually. Statistically likely. Just as much, 50-50, 50-50. Got that, no problem. So I'm going to be working on, what is the name of this kit? Because it's got a long name. I'm finding the name of it. The Gundam Astray Blue Frame Second L is the other kit that I'll be working on. The Gundam Astray Blue Frame Second L. It's got a cool backpack and a big weapon. I'm excited to work on that next. But we're not even done with this kit, Pat. Don't talk about the next kit when you haven't even finished up on the Immortal Justice Gundam, which does have a transformation. So we might not even get to that next kit tonight. We might be spending the whole night on this, which is also okay. I was watching WWE Survivor Series War Games. That's right. They threw War Games into Survivor Series, and they don't do the Survivor Series matches anymore. They just do the War Games matches. The men's War Game is continuing as we speak. I am not watching that because I am here with you. And I'm okay with that. It's fine. I'll watch it later. I have Peacock for $2 a month right now. So sometimes I don't even watch anything on Peacock. My mom watches a few things there. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with missing out on some Peacock. But I will be able to see the rest of it later. But we'll talk about that tonight. Talk about what I thought of the event. It started at 6 p.m. Eastern, so my hope was that it would be done by 9 p.m. Eastern. It was not. It's going longer than that, which is fine. It still will be shorter than an AEW pay-per-view. Jesus fucking Christ. Those pay-per-views. They're too long. I already said that last week, but they are too long, in my opinion. In my opinion, they are just too much show. And too much show that is very similar to one another. That's my overall note of that. There's a lot of blood feuds in that last show that I was just like, okay, yeah. Are you also, yes, you hate him too. Great, okay. Do it. Great. I hope one of you wins this and then the feud is over. Oh, they're not? The feuds are going to continue? Okay, sure. I don't mean to be down on AEW. I really do enjoy the product, but their pay-per-views are just dense with matches that are very, very similar and good, but very, very similar. And just like a lot. It's just a lot. It's not, I would like some changes, some mix them ups. Like the entire night had one segment that wasn't a match, and it was a fight, and it was short, but it was like, oh yeah, okay, this is something different. Hell yeah, that was cool. Let's see. We'll get into that. Yesterday and then a bit of today was all about Christmas decorations. Getting them down from storage in the garage, sorting everything, what goes inside, what goes outside, getting the outside done. Inside still needs, we haven't set the tree up. We have an artificial tree in the house because it's just easier to deal with. But it is a nice big artificial tree with the lights already built in, which is excellent. I'm a big fan of that. So we got that, it's ready for us when the time comes. But yeah, it was about getting all this stuff, getting organized. I found my Santa hat out of storage. I have a little bit of Christmas lights that you can't see, obviously, because of the green screen. But if I remove the green screen, the background remover, if I, unremoved, if I moved yes, the opposite of remove is move. If I move the background back in, you would see a little bit of Christmas lights. It's in a video that I posted to my Patreon. Because I want to have a little bit of color in here, even if it's not visible on stream like this. I get to see it, and I like it. And it's nice for the videos. What else was I going to say? So that was a lot of that. A lot of decorating outside, a lot of getting things set up inside the house. We still have to bring the tree in. I believe that is coming up this coming weekend. We'll do that, is my guess. And a lot of just organizing things and getting things done. It'll be nice to get all that together. So there's a lot of Christmas decorations in this house, as you might imagine. And they are not organized well to my liking. They are just kind of everywhere. There's a lot of boxes, right? There's Christmas ornament boxes. There are outdoor stuff boxes. There's tech for outside. There are reindeer that have to get set up. There's different Christmas stuff that goes in different places throughout the house, and those are in different boxes and different bags. There's a bag dedicated to Christmas lights, of indoor and outdoor. There's all kinds of different things, and they're just kind of, in my opinion, just kind of put wherever. And I wish they weren't. We have a lot of storage shelves, and I wish that those storage shelves, there was an entire storage shelf, set of shelves dedicated to Christmas, instead of throughout. There's one set of shelves where no Christmas decorations go, and out of 5. And it's just I wish this was better and different, because it's frustrating to me. And one box was labeled Christmas, but it's only labeled on the top, and it's not labeled on the front, which is what you would see. So I missed it completely. And it was no, that stuff is missing. It's okay, well, I don't know where it is. Oh, it's this? Oh, okay, great. But overall, got that done. Happy to have that done. Still have to get the tree down, and then the tree connected and set up, and then, of course, decorated, which I'll say this. I love a lot of stuff about Christmas. I love an absolute so much about Christmas. I've never been much for decorating the tree. It's just a lot of work. And it's just so much work, and so much getting on a step ladder and doing this thing and doing that thing, and then there's so many ornaments. And like I said, this is a fairly large artificial tree. Basically, my folks got down here to South Carolina, and our living room is very large, and the ceiling is incredibly tall, and it actually pitches up. It pitches up the roof like that. And so a 6-foot tree looks tiny in that room. So the first year they bought a real Christmas tree, and it was very big. And I think the second year, it fell over. So now we have a 7-foot artificial tree. We convinced them, get an artificial tree. That's just gonna make life a lot easier for everybody, myself included, because it just doesn't have to. It's just way more manageable. It's annoying to store it for an entire year just to take it out for a month, and at most. But whatever. Do what we gotta do. I got all my Christmas shopping done. Don't know about y'all, but I got all mine done. And speaking of purchases, I did a little shopping for myself, thanks to some help from some folks. I got myself a replacement monitor for the monitor that died this week. The monitor that'll go over here, that is currently right now a television that does not do a good job, and I don't enjoy that there. So the simplest solution, I'm getting a 24-inch monitor. I have two 23-inch monitors that are directly in front of me, and then normally over to my left there would be a 23-inch monitor. And so it probably would make the most sense to just put the new 24-inch monitor there where the old one was and where the TV is currently. But I think I'm going to do it differently. I think I'm going to put it where one of my 23s that I'm facing is. Because I think having a better monitor as my main monitor and the monitor that I capture stuff from for stream will just look better. And that's the monitor that I play games on, so why not have the best new monitor there? It won't affect anything. I might have to move a few things around because the bezel and all that might be a bit different. And then I'll have it flanked by monitors that are exactly the same, which I think will be fine. Because I can take OBS off of that and move it to another one if I want to and all that. But I think like that just makes the most sense. Even if it's not as practical, I'll still have to move some things around. And then I have a universal stand for the monitor that I'll be taking off because I have a monitor, a dual monitor stand that's very adjustable for that. So the new one should fit on that stand, and then I can take that and put it on the stand that would go where my TV currently is. And then my TV can go back on its shelf where I rarely use it. I don't have cable in this room, but I do have a Chromecast generally plugged into that TV, and then I just watch YouTube videos controlled on my phone. But I don't do it that often. It's kind of like some nights I just decide I want to do that, but most nights I don't. I don't end up using it at all. And right now I could hook up the Chromecast and the other HDMI input and swap back and forth and like turn the TV so it's facing my bed, but it'd be like low. So I kind of don't want to do that, but I could do that if I wanted to. But I have not felt the need. Just check one quick there. Okay. Yeah. All right. What do I need here? I need E1-4 and E2-4. We are almost done with the legs. We are almost ready there, and then we'll do the side skirts, and then we will be body complete on this kit, and then work on the backpack and the shield and the weapon, which will be good. Let me take a drink of water here. Pardon me. All right. Let's see. So, Survivor Series War Games WWE show, which is happening currently. I believe Survivor Series match is still continuing because I would have to imagine that the whole thing is going to be pretty long. We had the opening contest was the women's War Games match, which was Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley on one team, and on the other team, we had Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez representing the Judgment Day, and then Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. And the faces won. Rhea and Bianca, Naomi, Io, and Bayley won. I was expecting the heels to win. There was a moment where Liv and Nia Jax were both down, and they're both current champions. And so it looked like maybe we were going to see a cash-in attempt by their teammate, Ms. Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton. But she thought like she was going to, and then she didn't. And it was like, But it would have been very confusing and very weird if she had done it during the match. So I thought it was kind of cool. Lester says, I keep toying with the idea of buying something during the Steam sale, but I've got to avoid all sales. Losing my job in 2 weeks means I get to cancel Christmas. Lashbrook, very sorry to hear that. This is obviously, there's no good time to lose your job. But this time of year is really rough. And then, yeah, I think you're not, Lashbrook, I would say you're not wrong for prioritizing, your funds and then not buying things on Steam sales. You do you, but also like if something could bring you some comfort that's cheap, you can also do that as well. But yeah, good luck to you, my friend. My biggest issue with this time of year is that we are about a week at most away from nobody replying to emails. Just nobody. Like, people who are still working, but they're just Christmas in their hearts, and they're not going to get back to you because they'll get back to you in the new year. And that's just unbelievably shit. This time of year that people just don't reply to anything. It's pretty frustrating. Let's see. So yeah, women won. I was expecting the face women won. I was expecting the heels to win. They also were pretty much on the same page, considering that Bayley and Io Sky used to be heels, and also Bayley and Io Sky had feuded there. It was kind of interesting to see everybody get along. Rhea pinned Liv, who is the champion, most likely setting up a return match between them, which makes a world of sense that they would have that. It's like, yeah, of course you would do that. So that'll be interesting to see that in the future. I don't know if they wait till the Royal Rumble or if they do it at Saturday night's main event, but that feels right. The second match of the night was LA Knight defending his United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura, who just returned to WWE after an extended break like 2 weeks ago and immediately started feuding with LA Knight, got a title opportunity, and won. Your new WWE United States Champion is Shinsuke Nakamura. LA Knight defeated Logan Paul at SummerSlam. He defended the title more than Logan Paul did. He had a just straight up banger, just a unbelievably solid match with Ludwig Kaiser at Bash in Berlin. He had a bunch of TV defenses. The Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade feud also became about both of them wanting to be United States champion, and so we got mixed up with that, and there was a three-way fight that was pretty good, but not great. It is very strange that it's very strange to me that LA Knight lost, just kind of out of nowhere. The story of the match and the story of this thing was that Shinsuke Nakamura has LA Knight's number. Now, is this to give LA Knight the opportunity to move up? Maybe win the Royal Rumble. Hey, Lord Crashington, maybe this is LA Knight's opportunity to like turn heel and challenge against Cody Rhodes. Maybe. Or this is LA Knight trying to get his belt back, and we continue the chase, which LA Knight is good with the chase, and it's a way to like build him up because he's been a little stagnant since he won, and they didn't really have good feuds for him. So this could be the opportunity to kind of do that. I would love to see him win the Royal Rumble. I would love to see him stake a claim at either belt. Heel LA Knight, yeah, that would be pretty great. Him going heel against Cody could work out pretty good. But yeah, it was a solid match. Felt like it was Shin's to win the entire time. Shinsuke Nakamura was just going to win that match the whole time, and didn't feel like there was any chance of the other way going. So it's like, okay, yeah, he won, huh? Braun Breaker versus Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser in a triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship, which Braun Breaker was the champion going into the match, and he was the champion going out. He retained his title. This was my favorite match of the show. It was just big boys hitting hard, and the not so big boy who also hits pretty hard. Lots of like, Sheamus has won every title in WWE except the World Heavyweight, but whatever. Whatever. He's never won the Intercontinental Champion before, but he's won world titles. He has not won that one, so that is what he wants to do before he retires. That has been his story for a while now. It was his story with Gunther. It is his story with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker had lost the belt and regained it back, and now he's like taking people more seriously. And Ludwig Kaiser was told, go and make a name for yourself by Gunther, because he was speaking for Gunther too much. And Gunther was like, no, you go show me something. This match was fire. Lots of great wrestling. Lots of good opportunities for shenanigans. Sheamus had it won, but Kaiser pulled the referee out of the ring. Sheamus took the pin, which I was surprised about. I had expected, I'd expected Braun Breaker to win and retain his title. That was something that I was like, oh, that's going to happen. But I did not expect Sheamus to take the pin. I thought for sure it would be Ludwig Kaiser, and it was not. That was a pleasant surprise. But yeah. Really good match. Braun Breaker gets better every match. He's so explosive. He's got such a presence. He is a heel ostensibly, but the crowd really likes him. They turned him face, and the crowd was psyched about it. Then they turned him heel again, and the crowd was just like, "Aw." So I don't know. I feel like he's just going to be a heel that people like for a number of years, and then eventually they'll turn him babyface, and it'll work. The semi-main event was Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest. By technical submission, Gunther retains the title in a solid match. These two work really well together. The story of this match was great. Gunther just trying to pick apart a body part and just focus on it. Damian recovering constantly fighting back. Finn Balor comes out, not all of Judgment Day, just Finn Balor to cost him. Gunther is fucking pissed off about that because his confidence was kind of rocked. Gunther had a non-title match against Cody Rhodes and lost that match, and so his confidence has been shaken since, and so he wanted to win by himself, and so he's mad at Finn Balor for cheating on his behalf, or, against Damian Priest. But yeah, I thought the story of the match was good. I would love for Damian Priest and Finn Balor to not wrestle each other for a while, and we're going to get more of that, and I don't love that because I like them as wrestlers, but I don't necessarily want to keep seeing it, if that makes sense. I like kind of over this feud. It is a forever feud, and I would love for it to no longer be forever. So these are weapons. We could do these as weapons here, but we also could store them on the side skirts, which makes these side skirts some of the most practical side skirts in Mobile Suit Gundam, because they hold weapons, which is nice. And we are body complete. Now it's time to work on the backpack. But yeah, I thought Gunther versus Damian Priest was solid. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed my time watching that match. All right, so let's get backpack stuff started. This is the piece I took out by mistake earlier, or on Thursday stream, and now we have it right for this stream. We need that. And we'll need this. We need B and C. Yeah, all right. And then the main event, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Sami Zayn and CM Punk versus Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Bronson Reed. I only watched the beginning of this. CM Punk came out third, and there's definite tension between Punk and Roman Reigns. Why is CM Punk in a match with those people? Well, CM Punk's in that match because Solo Sikoa and crew beat up his friend, so now he wants to help his friend out. In this case, his friend is Paul Heyman. So, as a Paul Heyman guy, Punk is doing it as a favor for Paul. And that favor is probably a match with Roman, is my guess. Let's see. That's going to be the bottom one. That's going to be the top one. At the start of the match, we had Tama Tonga versus Jay Uso, I should say. Jay Uso came out last to his music. Crowd popped hard for it. He's loved. Jay Uso is super over. And then as I was finishing up the stream so I could prep for this stream, it had been Bronson Reed and Tama Tonga versus the Uso brothers, and another heel was going to enter soon. And I believe I saw that the third member of the face team was going to be Sami Zayn, because Roman didn't want Punk to go out third, because I don't think he trusts Punk, which is understandable. Why would he immediately trust Punk? All right, so that goes there. That's the bottom piece. And then this is the top piece. So that goes like that. Got it. And then C16 is going to go in the bottom here. So that fits in like that. These only fit on one way, so we know we did these correctly. Excellent. Always nice to do it correctly. Overall, obviously, I have not seen the main event. The main event is ongoing as we speak, but I can say this was a pretty good show. I enjoyed this show more than the previous pay-per-view, whose name escapes my brain. I didn't watch Crown Jewel, so it's definitely better than Crown Jewel. Dirty's here. Saying spending the night flying evac missions out of Seoul in Elite Dangerous. That sounds fun. Hell yeah, Dirty. Enjoy that. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site Tier 2 Blue Emote in the chat. Thank Dirty for being a subscriber for 63 months. That's so many goddamn months. Thank you so much for your continued support, Dirty. Appreciate you very much. Didn't say it earlier. We are currently at 30 out of 40 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up at 40. We're currently at 30, which is very cool. If you want to become a subscriber, you could. Now, would today be the best day to do it since it's November 30th? And your name would only be on the gift sub leaderboard for the rest of the stream? Maybe it's not the best time, but it's still, you could still do it if you wanted to. Little late Thanksgiving present. I do have a song to play on Monday's stream. Speaking of that, I will have a new dance song for Monday's stream, which will be the first stream of the month. That is holiday themed, but we still have this song for this month. Thank you for using your channel points, Lord Crashington. Yeah. Good build. This is some real montage music. Montage music, baby. Yeah. And the drums really kick in there. Thank you for using your channel points for that song. But yes, I'll have a Christmas song, Christmas sounding song that you could dance to. Or at least I can dance to, for Monday's stream for December. That's right. Hey, this is your reminder. It's almost December. It will be December in 2.5 hours here on the East Coast of America. In some parts of the world, it's already December. Enjoy it. I have my Christmas shopping done. I have my presents purchased. I have not wrapped those presents, but I have purchased them. I have them purchased, just not wrapped yet. I have my Christmas cards bought. I am. I would describe myself as looking pretty prepared. Like I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think it's gonna be okay. We'll see, but feeling pretty confident that I got everything I need for that. We'll just see. We're going to be in the teens overnight, in the 20s and 30s most of the week with a little bit of snow, so at least feels like a holiday season. Lord Crashington, yeah. It's cold around here. And it's cold for South Carolina. It's not cold. Like, tonight it will get in the 40s. which and by tomorrow morning at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., it'll be warmer than that. I got my winter hat out in case I need it for my walk. This is the period of time where my bandana is probably enough, but if I'm out for like 45 minutes, I might need the winter hat. I might need something a little warmer because I shaved my head, and so heat comes off the dome, and I need to cool that. I need to warm that up, keep the heat trapped in. So I walk around with my hoodie unzipped and a winter hat in my pocket in case I need to throw it on. Which hopefully I won't need to throw it on because that'll mean it's way colder than I imagined. We definitely won't get snow down here, but it is going to get a little chilly. It's right now. It is when I leave this room, I put a hoodie on because it's colder in the rest of the house. This is the warmest room in the house, and with all of these monitors on and my computer kicking out heat, I definitely, and this being a small room that is the warmest in the summer, the warmest year round, I definitely don't need a hoodie in here, but I do need it when I leave the room for more than a couple minutes. So after this stream, I will go and put on my hoodies when I go and make a sandwich. Do you have a winter bandeezy? No, Lord Crashington, I do not have a winter bandana. I don't have a warm weather bandana or a cold weather bandana. I have I think like 11 of these. I bought a pack of 12 and one ripped. One got caught on something years ago. Eventually I should replace all my bandanas because I just had them for a very long time. But yeah, no, I just have a bunch of the same bandana that I bought, in the pack. And then I have a winter hat, a pullover winter hat that is nice and comfy, and cozy that I got for Christmas, I think like 2 years ago, that I like very much. All right, we're done with these. Now we can keep working on components here. Let's see, what do you say here? Now I'm doing 2 of that right side. Oh, so now I'm doing all of the parts that go on the right of this. Okay, and then we'll build all that, and then we'll build the left side. Okay, so this will go on this. This is a separate piece here. We just did these because they're identical, and we did 2 at the same time. And now we'll build a component to go there. But yeah, I'm getting ready for winter stuff. Works out for me. My folks are still going to Florida for a month next year. They've usually gone for like 6 weeks, and this year they're only going for a month, so they're leaving later in January than they normally do. I have figured this out, that I will be doing because generally in January, that's not a tongue twister, but it's close. I find myself doing a stream when they leave. I'll do my my very long stream, my subathon stream, my beginning of the year-ish subathon. Last year, I think I did it like the day after they left. This year, I will be doing January 31st, which is a Friday. The timing works out really well for me personally because the February 1st, that Saturday, is the Royal Rumble, which is one of my favorite wrestling shows, period. I love the Royal Rumble. So I will have that stream off. And so on Friday, I will do a subathon, and then that Saturday, I will take that stream off, and that works out great because that means I'll have streamed Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday that week, and so I don't miss out on a stream. I will just be doing a different thing on a different day. My patrons who watched the Q&A video that I put up today will know one of the things I plan on doing as a like a stretch goal, as a if I hit this, we unlock this thing. They'll have heard that, but everybody else is gonna have to fucking wait. for me to tell them this did not go on right. So I gotta pump this off. They'll have to wait for me to tell people what I'm going to be doing. Is this right? Is this accurate? C18, C19. Okay, this is 18, 19, and that's 38. 38 is this one. I am trying to make sure that I am putting this on correctly. I believe I am doing this right. No, okay, so this has got to go this way. All right. This will be, I can fix this. This is the connector here for the backpack. If I've done this wrong, I should be able to correct my mistake, but I think I did this correctly. If I'm looking at how it appears when it's done, that it goes like that. No, that doesn't look right. Huh. Oh, maybe that is right. Okay. I think I did this connector correctly. If I didn't, I will be able to fix it when the time comes. But I think I did this connector correctly. We'll find out later. Future Pat problem. Pretty immediate future Pat problem, but still future Pat problem. So yeah, that I'm excited for that. I am starting to plan. I will not reveal what one of those incentives is, but basically, so the birthday subathon that I did, my June subathon, was incremental unlocks. It was like, if we get to 44 subscribers, then the then there is, for every subscriber we get, I eat a chicken nugget. It was the chicken nugget, the Nugathon. That was the plan, was that I will eat chicken nuggets as they are available to me. Every subscriber is a nugget. And that was up to 88 nuggets, which was twice my age, so I turned 44. And that's where it would stop. And then there was a little bit of extra incentive here and there. But mostly it was that. I thought that went pretty well. I didn't get close to my subscriber goal. I had a bunch of chicken nuggets left over. But the nice thing was I had a bunch of chicken nuggets left over. And then I got to eat chicken nuggets. And that worked out pretty good for me. I think this time around, I will go back to if I do this, if I get this amount, I'll do this. If I get this amount, I'll do this. And this thing will happen. And hopefully I'll be able to mix those up with things that people are excited about. And then I guess I'll end with a drink challenge. I never did Monster Milk because we didn't get enough subscribers for Monster Milk, because I think I put my subscriber... So I can tell you what happened. In 2023, I had someone gifted, a Bunny Fiend gifted 100 subs. And so I hit an insanely high number of subscriptions. I decided that for January, I wasn't going to drink Monster Milk, which is Monster Energy drink mixed with milk. I wasn't going to drink that unless I broke that goal, that top line, which is the top line is 149. So I would have to get 150 subscribers. We did not get that. So I think I'm going to have a more realistic, quote unquote, number for this time around. What that number is, I still don't know. But I will have a quote unquote more realistic number I would describe. I will have a number I would describe as feasible, if not reasonable. I'm not sure how this goes in. I will say this kit has been really solid and really easy to follow along with up until the backpack, in which case these instructions are not helpful. I would describe these as being not great about where they want me to put things and how they want me to go together. All I can do is my best. But for the most part, this was a pretty great, a stellar kit, but it's just been, this backpack has been a little confusing. Okay, so this slides out. This piece slides out, and so that's why it had to be like the way it was. But that was not explained properly, in my opinion. Then I need E110. So yeah, I think that the solution is that I just have to be a little bit more realistic in my goals. But it'll be something like, one thing I think I'm gonna do, and this is not the one that I'm kind of keeping, I mentioned to my patrons, but I'll tell y'all. I think I'm gonna do a build. I have a tiny Lego set that is my quote unquote emergency set. But what if I built that on my long stream, on my subathon, and one of the incentive things is if we get to this, then Pat will actually do the we'll do a small build, and we'll be able to have a build on that. I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun to do, and it would be a good little time to do a little build, because my subathons don't often include things I do throughout the year, and so it would be nice to kind of represent that a little bit. But I have to think of my the various numbers here. We get to this number and we do that. We get to this number and we do that, and all that. One of which I know what I'm going to do for it. I just don't know the numbers. I need a couple that are So in my opinion, having these incentive things, these milestone incentives, is all about putting a one I definitely want to do that'll be close to. It's knowing how many subscribers I have in January. In January, I will know about how many subscribers I have as I plan this. And then the first one will be a number that is very close to the number I currently have. So if I'm at 25 subscribers, the first one could be at 30 because it incentivizes people to resub or to gift subs 5. And then suddenly I'm doing something interesting or engaging, right? And then you can transition from that into things that are kind of wild or unique or interesting that will really if we don't get there, we don't get there, but it's I kind of want to get there. So it's just in the middle, we'll do some stuff that'll be I kind of want to do this. And then the higher the number, the more engaging, the more rewarding it is, right? The more big deal it is. That's why you end with the showstopper. That's why I've ended with the bad drinks, because I am not necessarily about doing punishment stuff. I'm not particularly into that. That ain't my jam. But it is fun to be okay, and now I have to do this, and it's special because I don't do this shit all the time. And you end that way, and you build to that. And the hope is that the things you're building to are things that people are yes, I would like to see that. If I put, if I'm going to do we're going to watch some wrestling, right? We're going to watch some old wrestling. Well, I don't want to just say we're going to watch some old wrestling. I want to say we're going to watch some French wrestling from television in the 90s, the New Catch wrestling, which is wild and nonsense because it's a spectacle, right? I don't want to just be we're going to watch one of my favorite, or to say we're going to watch one of my favorite matches of 2024. That feels like something we're oh, okay, sure, Pat's going to show this match. That's wild that he's going to show this. Okay, that sounds good. We'll be able to see this. This is one of Pat's favorite matches from last year. That to me seems like something that that'll be that. So it feels a little special, not just oh, it's been a while since we watched wrestling, so we'll do that. When I've done it, we're in WWE 2K24, we're gonna make me, right? I built myself in the Create a Wrestler. That felt like an interesting thing to do. I don't know if I'm going to do what I'm going to do, but they'll probably be WWE 2K24, or a match with I'm going to make me and I'm going to make a new version of me, and he's going to fight the old version of me that I already made, right? I just kind of spitballed that right now, but hey, guess what? That might be an incentive because I think that's very funny. So that might be a thing that I do, where I do old CPU Pat versus built CPU Pat, new CPU Pat made during stream. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but that's an idea. That's an idea that sticks with me. I'm yeah, I think that could be very fun. And that is like something that like maybe people will rally behind and get behind and be like, oh yeah, I would like to see that, Pat. That sounds very fun. And then there's just a bunch of stuff that you just do because the stream will be like 3:30 till 8 p.m. And so that's 4.5 hours. And then you just kind of need things to do during that stream, right? Like, oh, I need to eat at some point. So we'll watch something. Well, I'll have something on to entertain people while I get up to go get food, and probably something that I've made already and I'm just reheating. And then I'll come in, I'll eat while we watch, and I'll like jump in on some commentary here and there with my thoughts on things, but it'll be like mostly a visual. So like, oh, I plan for that. Like, oh, well, you know, if an incentive is I'm going to build a Lego set, then okay, that's fine. But like, what do I do if we don't hit those incentives, but I'm still streaming for people and trying to entertain them to encourage people to get to those incentives? So it's just like, build monster car, monster truck. But yeah, so what am I doing in between those things? How am I encouraging people to check this stuff out, to engage with me on that, those things? Like, is there if you gift 5 subs, this thing happens incentive? Do I do it that, like, it's a group incentive, but I start doing like individual incentives. Like, do I do for 5 gifted subs, I'll give you a nickname, which was my old go-to when I was raising funds for pack stuff. It would be like, I would do that thing where it's like, oh, if you donate $10, I get you yourself a cool nickname. Do I bring that back? Because that was very fun. Like, I don't know. I kind of gotta figure that shit out. I have time though, because it will be 2 months from tomorrow. Basically, I mean, obviously there's not 31 days in November, but you know what I mean. It will be the end of January, so I have time to think about it. But it's fun to think about, to start planning. You may have recognized this, friends. Longtime viewers may have recognized this about your old friend Pat, which is that when I have something to look forward to, things are better. And I have not had, I mean, to me, a lot of it is like wrestling stuff. Like, I can't wait. It's actually happening tonight, but I'll watch it tomorrow night. I cannot wait to watch the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling show that is happening again. It literally started during the stream, and I will catch it tomorrow. I'm actually going to watch the one match I really care about, and then watch the rest of the show after that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like, Christmas time, looking forward to those things. Hey, on Wednesday, I get a new piece of gear because I get my monitor that's supposedly going to be delivered on Wednesday. I could imagine it getting delayed, but that's supposedly when it's coming. And so that's something to look forward to, getting that all set up. That's like good, annoying setup stuff as opposed to bad, annoying setup stuff. But yeah, I operate pretty well on looking forward to the next good thing, the next thing that's coming my way. That stuff really does fucking work for me. Okay, so how does this connect? This piece goes in here, and we need to click it. Okay, and then this piece goes in like this, I believe. And I think I've done this correctly. I think I've done this right. This looks right. Maybe it's not right. No, look at it. Is that right? This fits right like that. When in doubt, folks, what you need to do is take the image and make it bigger so you can look at it. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Take the image. Just keep the justice. There it is. And make it bigger. When I look at that, that looks like that. Yeah, all right. That should be how this goes on the backpack. Yeah. Okay. I think that's correct. Then we'll just make it small again so it lives up there. We'll see it later. Okay. I actually had to move OBS from my TV to the monitor because if I increase the size of that image, it still isn't going to look good. It's not going to be big enough. All right, so now we need to do what we did here, but to other way. We'll do that now. Let's see. All right, I need a lot of C2 here. And we're basically just doing what we did on one side, on the other. C219. Oh, what did we do? C2 instead of C1 before, so now we have C1 here. Okay, yeah, great. 19, which is on this side, like this. 18 and 20. So yeah, I don't know. Got a lot of time to get things together, but looking forward to stuff like planning out a thing that I plan to do in January 31st. Like I am excited about it. I'm excited about the possibilities. I'm excited about what can come from it, about how it's going to turn out. And those things really do work for my particular, for my brain. My brain likes thinking about things far in advance and thinking about like possibilities far in advance. It's just how I operate. But I can look forward to it and be like, okay, great. We got this. We got this coming up. So we got to keep doing things. And not necessarily me, but I do understand it. There are some folks out there that are like, okay, well, that thing's happening. And so I need to be alive for that to happen. And again, not saying me, just saying the future. Last week, I did not watch a single moment of Collision or Rampage tonight. I will be watching those tomorrow afternoon. The main events, both shows were really good. Yeah, they aired at 4 p.m. Eastern till 7 p.m. Eastern. At 6 p.m. Eastern, I started watching Collision. Not Collision. I started watching Survivor Series, and from 4 to 6, I had stuff I was doing, so I did not watch any of that. I do plan to watch them during the day at my leisure tomorrow, so I will see them. I do very much want to see the opening of Rampage. I would like to see Harley Cameron in Hologram's mask trying to do lucha shit. That seems very stupid in a way that I can get behind, and I'm very interested in that. And other matches that are happening, but that one was the one that I was like, that sounds very good and very silly in a way that I very much want to check out. So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, otherwise I didn't see it. There's some kind of basketball thing happening tonight, so TNT didn't air it. They would have been up against AEW or WWE, and it would have done bad, so they just put it during the day. And so it also did bad. And there was hockey, so that's why Rampage was today instead of yesterday. But also, Rampage is almost done. So if you, like me, enjoy Rampage, the show, we're losing it. Rampage is the closest thing we have to AEW Dark and Dark Elevation, which were some of my favorite shows because they were incredibly low pressure. They just existed and were fun, and I liked that. But yeah, Rampage not picked up next year. Could show up somewhere. Most likely they will have a third show because they have trademarks for a third show. No announcements yet on that third show, but looks like that'll happen. I still don't know if I'm continuing Netflix into next year for wrestling. Them going, this is a Lucha Hour, is the best Rampage they had in a while. Yeah, that was wild because that hour exists solely to try to get people out to that show. That show had really low ticket sales, and they were recording 2 Rampages. Because this week's Rampage was filmed last Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday, not this past Wednesday. This past Wednesday, they filmed Collision after Dynamite. So the previous Wednesday, they filmed 2 Dynamites. The Dynamite before the pay-per-view, and this week's they filmed Dynamite and then 2 Rampages. That past Wednesday. My apologies there. I messed that up. But that Lucha Hour was to entice locals to stick around for 2 hours after Dynamite, basically, 2 hours worth of wrestling, with commercials and all that. That was their big incentive push to get people to stick around, and it seemingly worked pretty okay because people did apparently stick around for some of it. But I bet they got tight in with camera work as well. All right, I got to see how this goes in. I did this right before, but I won't know if I did it right on this one until I pop this in. I don't think I'm doing this correctly. I think that's right. Anyway, I'll fix my mistake if I messed up. But yeah, I do want to see. This Rampage and Collision. So I'll watch tomorrow and skip through stuff that I don't particularly want to watch, and it'll be cool. Skip through commercial breaks and all that. Just do it like that. Do it to it. Okay, so this is done. We'll panel line this, which doesn't need much. A little bit of stuff there. But yeah, it was fun to watch Survivor Series tonight, and I'll find out what happened in the main event, the full main event. I'll watch that on Peacock probably tomorrow as well. Tomorrow will be afternoon catch-up wrestling because I've had a bunch of stuff to film that I didn't have to. I have one more thing to film tomorrow. I will be doing my second ever episode of Pat Baer's Wrestling Club. Is this a continued thing where every other Monday I do one? I can't tell you for sure. But I can tell you that since Haru won, and I was right in my prediction for the first episode, I need to do a follow-up. And by winning, Haru guaranteed herself a title opportunity for any of the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling belts. And she chose to tag with her opponent, Toga, to take on Maki Ito and Miyu Yamashita, a.k.a. 1-1 million, the current tag team champions at Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. And that match is happening Sunday in Japan, which is right now, tonight's show. So that's happening at an early Sunday show. And originally it wasn't going to be live streamed, but it is being live streamed. So I will check that out probably after this or tomorrow. And then I'm going to watch the whole show with friends tomorrow night. But I'm going to record my thoughts on it. Like I was right. I predicted correctly. And then I give my thoughts on the match itself, and then the follow-up match, which will be the title defense, or the attempt to get that titles, which I don't think they're going to do. I just have a feeling that Toga and Haru aren't going to get the job done, and Haru will probably even take the pin, but she will take the pin from the reason she's a professional wrestler, aka Maki Ito. So that will be a joy for Haru. Haru will find pleasure in losing to her goddamn hero because Haru is a wrestler she became a wrestler because she started seeing TikToks of Maki Ito being awesome and started begging her parents to let her go see professional wrestling and became a big Maki fan, like a known Maki fan. Because she was young, and then finding out that they were that year, and they do often, but not every year, we're going to allow people as young as 14 to audition for their training, and she did that, which is wild. She is 16 in her second year of wrestling and going for her first title opportunity, and it's a good story. Maki told her, "Wrestle me as a competitor, not as a fan." She's like, "Hell yeah, yeah." I guess she's got to bring it. I mean, again, they and then Toga. It was very fun because Toga is just like, "Well, if I won, I also was going to challenge for the tag belt, so this works out great." I don't know if she was going to pick Haru as her tag partner, but she also wanted to do that. So I thought that was very funny. That should be good. Those two will die, and it will be great. I'm looking forward to that. But then after I watch that match, I'll record my episode of another episode 2 of Pat Baer's Wrestling Club, the second ever one. and it'll be good. I got to get that up and then edited and then out for my patrons so I can go out to everybody on Monday. Normally, I do Pat Bear's Anime Club on a Saturday so that I can upload it or edit it and upload it and get it all ready and do all that. It is rare for me to do one like on a Sunday for that, but I'm going to do this for Pat Bear's Wrestling Club. I need to do that because unless I stay up for the match, and I don't know if I'll stay up. If I stay up, then I could record it late tonight. I also don't want to record it late tonight. I would prefer not to record a video this evening. But today I did my Q&A for patrons, my monthly Q&A. The only exclusive content that I do for the old Q&A, or I did the old Q&A there. Again, the only exclusive content. If you want to get in on the Patreon, know more about that soon. But yeah, it's the only thing that I do that is that I promote like that. All right. So did I do this right? This doesn't look right. This looks wrong. One of these is wrong, and I need to figure out which one. This looks like that. That looks right. And then this goes into that. And then this goes like that. And then that goes like this. And then that goes like that. But that doesn't. These look different. And I don't know which one's right and which one's wrong. This one's right. Okay, so this one's right. Looking at. No. Again, I got to look at reference. I'll look at reference a little differently this time. I'm going to just go and look at the photo real big. Look at this photo real big. All right, so, okay, so this one is correct because the wings don't go like this. They go like this. So this one is right, which means I did this incorrectly. And so I have to change that. It has to go like that. Okay. This is correct. I just had to adjust that a little bit. This is how this is going to look. Okay, great. All right. I believe these move because of the transformation. I believe that is why this has a joint that bends like that. And I was just doing it wrong. Okay. All right. It's after it's after 10 p.m., which means it's time for the pause for the cause. I got distracted by building a model kit. Got very distracted, and I missed out on the fact that I need to talk to you about ways you can support the channel. Hey, just so you know, I'm going to keep this one pretty fucking brief because I have more to build, and there are not a ton of you here tonight, which is okay. If you are currently a subscriber to the Build a Bear Workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 Blue Emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime, you link with your Twitch. You can subscribe. If you're watching this later on a VOD, hey, you can subscribe on Twitch. You can do that now, VOD watcher here on Twitch. Consider it. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this thing that I am currently doing? I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. Over on my Patreon, hey, guess what? It's the last day of the month. And that means that I posted a Q&A video today that is exclusive just to Patreon. So you can watch that if you join my Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. If you're watching this later on YouTube, all these links are in the show description. So you can check that out there. What am I going to say now? Got that. Speaking of which, I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. Subscribing to my YouTube is free. Consider doing that. But also, for $2 a month, you could become a member over there, and you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. And I just announced this past Thursday that going forward until I feel like stopping, all of my Wednesday videos next year are also going to be Kuma Baer, because I really enjoy doing Kuma Baer. So I'm going to keep doing Kuma Baer. So if you want Kuma Baer a day early, all throughout 2025, and now you just become a member. Those are monthly ways to support me. If you would like to support me, just now, where is it? like a one-time. You can go to my Ko-Fi, you can go to my PayPal. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon, through Twitch, all goes into a fund, and out of that fund, I take money out to buy model kits. I am currently building this kit right now, the Immortal Justice Gundam. This came out, I purchased this kit. It was a good price, and I picked it up. And then my $10 patrons voted they wanted me to build it. The next kit I'm building is also something that I purchased and then was voted on. The thing that I built before this, the Lego set that I built before this, was purchased off my Amazon wish list. And the thing, that's awesome. That jumped the queue. It became the next thing I built. A Wrist fan bought me a fun Lego set, and then I built it on stream. The Competizione. Now, here's the thing. If you decided today, if you were like, actually, Pat, I think that you should build something that I want you to build. Well, you could be like Aristovan and buy something off my Amazon wish list. Over on my Amazon wish list, you can find model kits, Lego sets, inexpensive kits, expensive kits. I used to be able to put them in order, and I would keep them in order, priced in order. They've had a glitch over there on Amazon, and that went away. But you can, if you wanted to, you could sort it by price, low to high, and you could find something that way. Because I do have inexpensive Lego sets. I have all the way up to expensive model kits, inexpensive kits. I have gear, all kinds of different things. There are some things that are still on Cyber Monday deals, like this knockoff Lego set, the City Off-Roader Car Builder block set, that has a bear. It's got like a Jeep, like an off-roading Jeep, and a bear gets in its way. I built that. That's on sale, the Cyber Monday sale. The Mega Pokemon, Kanto Region Pokedex. It's a it's a Mega Pokedex. That's on sale right now. I'll be happy to build that. But there are some deals, there are some sales going on for Cyber Monday and the like. See if there's something there you'd like to see me build. It'll come to me in the mail. I'll make a dedicated video for my YouTube channel, and then it'll jump the queue and be the next thing that I build. If you want to get a head start on Christmas for me, and buy me a model kit or a Lego set or some gear. If you just want me to have a better capture card, you could do that. You have the ability to do that if you want to. Let's see. I have Throne as my alternative to Amazon because it's nice to have alternatives. I get it. And then also USA Gundam Store. If you want to support me financially and the weirdest way possible with the most steps, you can go to USA Gundam Store. You buy a gift card there. You get this gift card code sent to you in your email. Then you send me a whisper here on Twitch, or you send me a DM on Twitter, or you send me a message on Blue Sky, or a private message on Blue Sky or Mastodon with that gift card code. And then I will use that gift card code to buy something from USA Gundam Store. Apparently, the thing that I bought last week that was their pre-Thanksgiving sale, supposedly that is shipped, but I believe that hasn't shipped. It just has a tracking number. I'm going to check it. Let me check. Let me go and check this out here on USPS. Did it actually get picked up? No, it's pre-shipment, so it hasn't been mailed out, but a slip has been mailed out of the kit I bought at USA Gundam Store. There's still sales going on until Monday there, so if you want to buy me a gift card to USA Gundam Store, I will get something with a gift card, with your gift card, and it'll be at a decreased rate, which is nice. If you want to support me and not spend any money, join my Discord. My Discord is full of fun folks. It's a lovely little place. We'd love to have you over there on the Discord. And then a couple of video links for you to check out. This week's Pat Baer's Anime Club was all about me talking about a thing that I was excited to chat with you, and a fun research project for me. I talked about good anime filler and good anime filler episodes and arcs, I meant to say. So it's there's a lot of bad One Piece filler, but there's a couple good ones, and here's one arc that's really fun and really enjoyable. This is good. Hunter x Hunter. Some people don't believe that the 2011 series has any filler. It does. And one of the filler arcs is really fucking good. And so we talked about that. I also talked about one episode of a particularly famous anime that is somewhat infamous and beloved. That is not in Dragon Ball Kai, but is in the regular Dragon Ball Z. I talked about that episode. Of course I fucking did. I'm not going to talk about anime filler that's good without talking about that one episode of Dragon Ball Z. You know the one. It was good. Okay. And then Kuma Baer is my weekly anime recommendation series. This is the last one of November. November's theme was shows that I slept on, which in this case is ironic because I was talking about Insomniacs After School, which is a lovely romantic comedy about insomniacs at school. It's great. The dub is currently releasing on High Dive. The sub is all done. It came out last year. I didn't watch it because I was kind of burned down in romantic comedies last year because there were a lot of really good ones. But this one was great, and I wish I had watched it when it aired, and I messed up. But now I'm telling you to watch it in case you missed it. And then December, I have a different... I'll tell you, December's theme, because there'll be a new one coming out on Wednesday, I should say. December's theme is 90s, and I talk about 4 anime from the 90s that are all great, and one of them I do not need to recommend. I literally say in the video, this video does not need my recommendation, or this anime does not need my recommendation, but it's still really good. From the 90s. I talk about 4 great shows, and one, I will say one, might surprise you. I think the first one I recommend, people who know my anime taste may go, would not have guessed that one, Pat. But it's so good. I had to talk about it. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to talk about some anime that I watched since our last stream on Thursday. I watched 2 shows, and we're going to dive into that. Before we do that, I need to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera. I need to drink some water. I did edit this one. I did extend the timer a little bit. I think this dramatic transition is where I want it. But let's get into that right now. Yeah, that's maybe a little too long. I might need to trim that down, but it's longer than it was before and better than that. Anyway, sorry, I didn't after I drink water. All right, now we got to work on the connector here, the backpack, so we can finish the backpack and then move on to the weapons. And the beam, the various weapons here. Got 2 different weapons. We can put them on there. We'll probably put both weapons on because it's cool. And a lot of our stickers are going to go on this weapon that we're building here. And then we can do the MA form, aka the flight form, which does have the shield and the gun underneath it. So I don't think I'm going to be able to pose this properly without a stand, which I did not think about. And I fucked up. I don't have that immediately ready, but whatever. A lot of our stickers are waiting. I thought these stickers are going to be on the backpack. Turns out all these stickers are going to be on the weapons, which is fine, and the shield and all that. So let's build this thing, and then while I'm getting that together, you can get ready for another anime review of Dan to Dan, in this case episode 9, and then I want to say episode 8 of Dragon Ball Daima. We did talk about on Thursday the previous episode of Dragon Ball Daima. And now I am caught up, so we can talk about this episode. But first, some crazy fucking bullshit in Dan to Dan. Things got wild in this. I mean, like, we already knew it was wild because a boxing shrimp man was there. There was like a big dinosaur that maybe was a Godzilla parody, but we didn't know what was going on with the Godzilla thing. But that was coming, and the aliens came back. Ira can use acrobatic Silky's powers. Things are messed up. Anyway, Okarun thinks that Ira is acrobatic Silky, and then recognizes that, oh, no, okay, you just have her powers, okay. And then that makes the Sapporian, one of the aliens, be like, ooh, we want your organs too. We want your banana organs, which is like, oh, fuck up. Ira tries to fight the Sapporian and also the boxing shrimp, while Okarun tries to regroup. Of course, the Sapporian uses his psychic powers to hurt Ira. Let's see. And the boxing shrimp boxes Ira. Okarun transforms into his turbo form to fight them. Things are not going well because the Sapporians combine their powers to form a thing, I am not making this line up, that they call the Awesome Zone. They cannot enter the Awesome Zone, but in the Awesome Zone, our heroes cannot transform in there. And they can't enter the zone. So the idea is that the boxing shrimp is just going to box them and defeat them because they won't be able to fight back because they're facing the boxing shrimp without being able to use their powers. But Okarun instantly manages to transform and escape because Momo arrived, and Momo just repelled their abilities. So Momo's psychic abilities fucked with their psychic abilities. Okarun and Ira join Momo, and Momo is shocked that Ira has Silky's powers. They inject, the Sapporians inject the boxing shrimp with something to make him stronger, and he has a new form. A big problem here is this is not a trio this is a trio of three people, obviously, but they are not all on the same page because they are high school students who are dealing with Momo is jealous and thinking that these two are fighting too well together. Okay, so this has to click. And I don't know how this clicks. Sorry, hold on. Oh, okay. Clicks like that. So it clicks like this. Okay. All right, this piece has to click in place like that, I think. Did I do this correctly? No, I didn't. I didn't do this right. Sorry, everybody. Hold on. Hopefully I can unclick this without breaking anything, because I put this on upside down. Uh-oh. I should have been more careful with this, because I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'll just pop that out. I don't know how to... Oh, boy. Okay. So I gotta get... This has got to go... This is on upside down, and I kind of don't know how to pop this out without breaking anything. So I'm just doing it as carefully as I can. This is part of the backpack, and so it won't be that big a deal, but it will probably mean the transformation won't look right if I fuck this up. So I am trying to do this as carefully as I can. Whew. Yeah, I really fucked this up. Okay, I got it off. It didn't break. And I'm going to double check. So, this piece on top, this piece on the bottom. It goes in like this. And then this looks like this when it connects like that. Okay. Yeah, and that looks like that. Whew, okay. All right, I did this right. Now I'm going to panel line this while I talk more about this weird-ass episode of Dan Dan that I really liked. So yeah, they can't really work together. They're struggling to work together because Momo is jealous of the two of them pairing up, and it's a whole fucking thing. And then also, she did see them in a compromising position that was accidental, but she thinks it wasn't accidental because high school and it's an anime and all that. So yeah, they're not on the same page, and they're going to run into problems. Also, a bunch of water shows up. And hey, remember that fucking dinosaur that looked kind of like Godzilla from the last episode? Well, that thing's around. And Okarun's just like, that's the fucking Loch Ness Monster. So Nessie is here. And I did not clock that as Nessie, but apparently that's Nessie, which makes sense because this show is full of aliens and also like yokai and various other cryptids and such. So it makes sense that that was the Loch Ness Monster. I didn't clock it. Momo separates from the pack. Nessie uses its laser beam because Nessie can shoot laser beams like Godzilla at one of the Sapporians. So, but that was apparently accidental. We find out later that was accidental. The boxing shrimp is still doing its thing. Okarun is just like, oh, that's a Mantesian. And the Mantesian is stronger in water. So this shrimp is also an alien life form that is different from the other ones. Let's see. Okarun and Momo try to work together, but Momo just keeps ignoring him because she's mad, which feels like not the right time and place, my girl. But I get it. Okarun tries to figure things out. Momo helps Ira regain consciousness. And they're like, we should Momo decides that they should all take their clothes off because it will be easier to fight in the water that way. And that fucking happens in this anime. That just happens. Meanwhile, apparently Nessie has killed many Sapporians before. And apparently Nessie is strong but very dumb. So the remaining Sapporian merges Nessie, the shrimp, and him itself into one being, which is gonna be a fucking problem because they were already having problems with the three of them, and now it's probably stronger as a duo. So things are not looking great for our heroes. And Momo's like, we should just break its neck so it can't shoot lasers, which is great. I'm sorry. I wrote that down because it's a fantastic line for a girl who has not had her head in the game fully to just be like, I don't know, we should break its neck. And it's just like, whoa, okay. But Momo and Okarun work together and defeat this thing, and then everything's normal, everything's okay, aliens are gone, monsters are gone, things worked out. Oh, hey, why are Okarun and Momo naked? And also Ira. Why are all three? And the classmates are just like, why are they all naked? What's happening? And you know what? That's a fair question. What is happening? Why are they all naked? Fair questions from these folks. This episode was great. This episode was great and wild and weird, and the nudity wasn't. I will say I don't think the nudity was like. I ask, why are they naked most days? Says Lord Crashton. Yeah, I will say to me anyway, and maybe I'm just. I've got a high level of cope or something. The copium is strong with me. But I was like, yeah, all right. I wasn't like, oh, really? They're naked now. It was just like, okay, sure. Sure. It was a good, weird episode. I don't know where this fucking season 1 is going. My assumption is there is a character that has been in the background of several episodes that is drawn in such a way that he is very much like, and from the opening and all this other stuff. But basically you're like, oh, that's a character that's going to do something in the story. And we haven't really seen that yet. And so I expect soon we will have that character do stuff. That is my guess, is that we've got a character we're waiting on for things. For whatever reason, this kit has, like, beam feet. But I don't think this kit can stand up with the beam feet, but that's fine. We got to put the beam feet on here, the beam legs and feet. This is a silly thing that this kid has. But yeah, overall, thought it was a good episode. Still enjoyed it. It was fun. It's a fun, weird show. I knew it would be good because Science Saru was doing it, and even the shows that Science Saru do that I don't love, I respect the shit out of Science Saru shows. Like Devilman Crybaby, I never want to watch again. I appreciate it very much, and I respect the hell out of it, even if I don't want to watch it ever again. I still think it's a fucking rad show. All right, so I need C241 and then D2 and D2 for that, and then C241 is this one here, gun innards, and then I'll need more C2 for gun outers once this is done. All right, let's jump to Dragon Ball Daima, episode 8 of Dragon Ball Daima, the one where Goku fights the thing. Finally, get some fighting in. Most of this episode is immediately. Goku is fighting the Tamagami number 3. The idea is that each Dragon Ball is protected by someone, and you have to fight that person to get the Dragon Ball, which, honestly, Earth probably should have done instead of just hiding them in random places and you had to find them, because once Dragon Radar got made, it kind of made things a little easier to find them. It used to be very difficult to find them, but now you gotta then they invented radar, and it made it a bit easier to track it down. So Goku is fighting this thing. He turns Super Saiyan to fight it. It's pretty great. He breaks the thing's weapon. They fight for a while. Goku's Kamehameha. Goku does the Kamehameha. You may have heard of it. It's pretty great that Goku's out there Kamehamehaing things and being pretty fucking rad. Ooh, I gotta put a sticker on here. Sticker 1 or sticker 7. They want me to put sticker 7 on here and then roll it through. So we'll do that. Sticker 7 is this big ass thing here. So Goku and this thing are fighting. Okay, so sticker 7 is so it's like this, and then that makes sense that they would want me to do it then and then do the other sticker after that. All right, yeah, so kind of line this up. Why this gun needs to have red stickers on it, I don't know. I appreciate how much energy they're putting in these moments since we can't have any new transformations around it. Yes, so because we're not going to see anything really new, probably, except, remember, Lashbrook, there are fruits or something that will let you fuse that they got mentioned earlier in an episode. So I think we're going to see some fusion with that, and that might be the only thing that is really new, is maybe a different kind of fusion, or we'll see like little Goku and little Vegeta fuse. I feel like they didn't just mention that for shits and giggles, but maybe they did, but I would hope they didn't. So we might see that, but yeah, for the most part, we're just getting they're taking their time with it. Goku wins, but the guy's like, no, actually, you have to solve my puzzle first. Basically, a final test, which is, of course, cups. It's cups. Puts the Dragon Ball into the cup, and Goku has to guess where the Dragon Ball is, and he's just like, oh yeah, well, it's not under any of the cups. It's over there. Which is fun. That's a fun bit of business to be like, it's not under the cups. I'll tell you where it is. It's over there. And then, gives up. So Goku and crew finally did it, everybody. They got themselves a goddamn Dragon Ball. They got it. Everybody can feel good now. All right, number 5 is this. Is this number 5? Sorry. It's hard to do my recap while I'm... okay, number 5 is wrapped around this. Okay, that makes sense. Hard to do a recap while you're trying to do all this stickers. Because for whatever reason, this kit has a lot of stickers all on the gun and only on the gun. Arinsu calls Glorio. Remember that Glorio is helping out, but I think Glorio's up to something. Turns out, maybe it's that Arinsu is up to fucking something. They're like, hey, we got the 3rd Dragon Ball. And Arinsu is like, great, we can move on to the next phase of the plan. They leave. They're going to go to the warp. They want to go to the 2nd demon world. And they're going to try to sneak around and take a bunch of different routes to do that so that they don't run into anybody, which is smart. They avoid detection that way. Meanwhile, Goma, our big bad villain of this, the one who wished for everybody to be small and kidnapped Dende, they're watching Vegeta's fight with Majin Buu, which is from Dragon Ball Z. I do like that it's taken the Demon King this long to just watch the Buu saga. Yes, like they're just getting around to watching Buu get defeated. The Majin that was in control of Dabura, the Demon King. And they're like, oh yeah, we're watching now. And they're like, but this scene needs to happen because we have to notice, because they notice, wait a fucking second. Wait just one goddamn minute. Sorry, I actually need to figure out this other sticker here. Why is Arinsu there? He was just a big fan of the Cell tournament. Yeah, he took a long break after the Cell tournament. Arinsu is there at the scene. What's she doing there? What was she doing when they were fighting Buu? And she was taking pieces of Buu, of that Buu. She was collecting pieces of Buu. What the fuck? What's going on? I gotta put this sticker on, so let me do that. But yeah, she had been collecting pieces of that. And then we show her at she's at some kind of base, and she chats with someone named Marba, and Marba is working on something with a piece of Buu. Because you remember that Bibbidi made Buu. But Marba's like, Bibbidi made it, I didn't make Buu. And then Arinsu's like, no, Bibbidi made you make Buu. You're the one that made it. And Arinsu's just like, and if you help me out, no one will know you're the one that made it. Even though most of our race got killed by Buu, I won't tell anybody. And then Marva's like, yeah, well, honestly, it's a failed creation. Like I fucked up. I didn't do it right. And she's like, but this new version will be a lot easier to control. All we need is your saliva. And that way it'll make it easier for you to control this new thing that I'm making. Because Arinsu wants to become the new Supreme Demon King. That's the plan, is to become the new Demon King, of course. So it's not just that Goma needs to be defeated, and that Glorio is helping out getting to that. It's that Arinsu wants to be the new Demon Lord or Demon King, and Marva will get a reward if that happens. And also, she's like, and if things go wrong, we'll just use the Dragon Balls. So her backup plan is to have them do the dirty work of collecting Dragon Balls, and then she's going to use the fucking Dragon Balls. Because of course she is. Kaden calls Hybis to be like, hey, use the warp because don't go to the third demon realm because they already got the Dragon Ball there. Go meet up with them. We still haven't had our two sets of heroes meet together. It feels like they should fucking figure that out. They should probably get together so that they can, be stronger together and whatever. That feels like a thing they should fucking do. And then it might be, maybe, just maybe, it's silly if they don't. Let's see. Also, this episode ends on a fun note where Vegeta wants to know about the Dragon Balls and Hybis won't tell him anything and ignores him. And then Bulma laughs, and that's the end of the episode. So, Glorio being a villain isn't necessarily confirmed because maybe he doesn't know what else is going on. He's just trying to be helpful. But we do know that there is now a different antagonist that we have to worry about, and they're trying to make the creator of Boo they've retconned so Bibbidi didn't make Boo. Someone else did, and that person's trying to make a new monster with parts of Boo. Which I bet doesn't go well. I'm going to guess that doesn't go well for them. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll go great. But yeah. Intrigue here in the plot. We're getting some more details and some more things and things. But again, we should probably get Vegeta and Piccolo in on this action. Probably. They should probably figure that out. So, I like the action in this episode. I have come around a bit on Dragon Ball Daima. It's slower than I would like, but it is picking up, and we're getting to some of the good stuff in this. So I can't complain. I mean, I can complain, but I won't complain about it. Actually, I want to wait because I want to use the swords first. I want to build these swords and put these swords on these hands, and then we'll get these swords on. These side skirts pop out and become blades, so we want to do that. Oops, this popped out here. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? As I continue to get close to finishing this kit, because I think we're on our way. And we'll probably stick around to finishing it up here in case we can go a little over if we got to. But yeah, we'll talk about all that stuff here. Okay, so this goes like that. But yeah, I want to hear from you. What are you watching? What are you up to? What are you into? What's got you excited right now? I always like to hear from you, friends, about what you're perusing and what you're enjoying. Did you buy anything on Black Friday? You up to anything going on? You got any plans for the rest of this weekend? No D&D stuff this weekend. I did. I have set the date for both dental work for myself and also my last session with my D&D crew, which is just hard to say. We will rebuild with a new incarnation, but we're finishing things off. We now know who we know who is behind the mimics that were made to look like the giant versions of things and freaking people out, and the person that sent the mimic that was a dragon after us. We now know who that is, and we'll have the final confrontation with them this week, and so I'm excited about that, and also sad, but excited and sad about that and the party coming to a close here. But I did not get together with the collective that I am a part of to do any D&D-ing. I would like to do that, but I just did not have the time today because I had a bunch of stuff getting things ready. As I said, spent a lot of time getting things ready for the Christmas stuff together and shooting videos yesterday and today. Other than that, for me, catching up on some anime, did that. I'll watch some wrestling tonight, as I said. I should look that up. By now, Survivor Series has to be over. I just want to know the results. Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk defeated the Bloodline by pinfall. Congratulations to the old school Bloodline and Punk. I'm sure that shenanigans happened. I don't know if anybody debuted. But yeah, there we go. Okay. I'll have to watch that. I might watch that tonight. I don't know if I will, but I might watch that tonight. Let's see. Other things going on with me. Yeah, a lot of wrestling. I got some wrestling tomorrow. I got a video to shoot tomorrow. I have been playing more of Diorama Builder. I am almost done with the space diorama that I was working on, the Mars diorama. I'm almost done with that. That was a pleasant build. I had a good time working on that, and so I'll be trying to finish that up at some point. That's a great podcast game. I've been doing that a lot while having podcasts, or just like video essays that I don't really want to focus too hard on while that goes on. I've been doing that, and that has been fun. Other than that, what else is going on with me, with your friend Pat? Hearthstone, got a couple decks I like in Hearthstone. I mentioned it, I believe, on Thursday, that the Tavern Brawl has been very fun this week, so I'm going to probably get a few more games of that in tomorrow, maybe even tonight. Maybe tonight. That'll be a good cool down, because you just get to play a bunch of spells, and it's silly and fun and really messes with the board states. You get some quick, weird games that way. I've been enjoying that. All right, great. I got these swords on. I'm going to take a photo with these swords, and then we'll work on the next part of the build here. I'm going to try to take a couple photos this way. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, you don't get to see me. For a little there, you got to see a little bit of me entering a passcode, and we don't want that. We don't want that. Let's see. All right, so here is a little bit of our kit with some swords, which looks great. And then we will pop these swords back on, and then put a gun in, and then a shield. So we'll get the gun in on the hand here. Hey, Ghost Valve, welcome. So now I'm going to read what y'all have been writing here as we get close to wrapping up this kit. Lashley says, I think I finally fixed my Stalker 2 crash and I'm playing that today. Nice. I hope it's stable for you and you get to enjoy the game, because it sucks that you can't otherwise. I watched the movie Near Dark and it didn't blow me away, but it was a fun movie about dirtbag Southern vampires. That does sound neat. Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking good. I don't know if I'll catch that, but yeah, the premise sounds good. I like the sound of it. All right, I gotta take this gun off too here, or this hand off. That's the fun. Lord Crashing has been watching more One Piece, and you're at the big Marineford arc. It's about 50 episodes long, and I love that Luffy has his own Chi-Chi that is overly in love with him. Yes, and treats him, and he treats her like a great friend. Yes. Luffy has an understanding of what romance is, but he has no interest in it, and definitely does not understand anyone's romantic interest in him. It just does not compute. Boa Hancock is just very cool, and he appreciates her. Ors Jr. with his hat that Ace made for him is the highlight for me. Also, just today, realized that Buggy's English voice actor is also the voice actor for Roshi. I didn't know that because I don't remember a lot of the dub, because I watched most of One Piece subtitled. A lot of it was fan subbed, for sure, back in the day. But I watched a lot of that subtitled. I've watched almost exclusively it subtitled. I watched some of the early arcs on the 4Kids dub, but most of it, for me anyway, was a subtitled experience, either fan subbed or traditional, Funimation and now Crunchyroll subs. Ghost Valve says, did some local shopping today at the LGS. Hell yeah. Small Business Saturday, y'all. Hope you were able to, if you could, do a little shopping to help some people out. Got some comic book runs, including the first 4 of the Marvel Transformers run. Hell yeah. Not too much else other than keeping up on Dan, other weekly stuff. Hell yeah. I mean, sometimes you don't have to do a whole lot, right? Sometimes you just do a little bit, and that's awesome. And all you really need to do. Let's put the last 4 stickers on here, which are all stickers that go on. Yeah, they're just going to go on these pieces here, both sides of these. Nice and easy. Why these couldn't be this color, I don't know, but they couldn't be apparently. Dirty says, trying to figure out a good light games to play after playing through Talassa, Viewfinder, Everybody's Gone to Rapture, and Under the Waves. They were all good, quick games, but kind of heavy. Yeah. So I would say, Goodbye Volcano High. You shouldn't play that, because that game is lovely, but also heavy as hell. So that's not, you definitely should avoid that. I don't know. The demo from Trade Carding Game Shop Simulator, I believe, is still up. The prologue. That game's in early access. You can get that. That's light as hell. You're just running a silly card shop for silly people, and that it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good and silly. If you want something light that I can recommend. Lord Crasher says, I did get 100% or 1000x resist. Sorry, I thought you were running 100%. 1000x resist on Steam since it's on sale and has gotten a lot of praise. I finished chapter 1. It's not quite what I thought it would be, but it's still neat. Hell yeah. I have not checked that out. These days, most games that I pick up that are new are often for stream and not for just me. Mostly for Tuesday stuff. I did play another video game. Hey, I did play another video game yesterday afternoon. I got in some Jackbox Survey Scramble, and I had a good time with that. I played via Parsec with some people. We could have done it on a private stream or a Discord, but we did it on Parsec, which was a weird experience because, like, I haven't played Jackbox where everyone is where there is no delay in a really long time. That was a fun way to play Jackbox because we were all timed perfectly, and that was a good time. That was fun. It was fun to play Survey Scramble again because it's been a hot minute. That'll be one of the options for what I'm doing for my patrons stream, or my patrons choice stream, I should say. Not on Patreon, but my patrons will choose. Survey Scramble will be an option for that because I like it, so I wouldn't mind doing it again. My options will be Survey Scramble, Hearthstone, because I have not done a stream with this expansion yet, and what's the third option? Oh, the third option will be WW2K24 because I have a whole DLC pack we haven't looked at, and some from the last DLC we didn't get to on my last time I did WW2K24. I didn't end up doing all of it because I was doing hey, if you give this money, you can pick what you want, and so we didn't get to all of that. So I still need to do another WWE2K24 stream and show off the characters that we didn't see yet. Because I paid for that DLC, and damn it, I'm going to fucking show those characters that I paid money for. So I got to do that. So that'll be on the list. Those 3 will be the options. And then one of the ones that doesn't win, I will do the following week is Christmas. That's right. Whatever doesn't win that, I'll do it another time. I don't know when, because yeah, that's right. The third will be, oh no, wait, there's the 17th. There's 5. So there's 5 Tuesdays. So the third is finally doing the summer update for Mars First Logistics. I'm finally gonna fucking do the update for that. It feels like it's been ages since that update came out. We never looked at it. And then the 10th is Patreon's choice, and they'll pick what I do. The 17th will be one of the other options. One of those options: Hearthstone, WWE 2K24, or Jackbox. Like whatever comes in second, basically, will be the next thing that I build or next thing that I do. The 25th, not the 24th. I'm going to do a stream that Tuesday. Or not going to stream that Tuesday. I'm going to stream that Wednesday. That will be celebrating Christmas stuff by doing the Christmas-themed diorama in Diorama Builder, because I own that, and it's the most appropriate time to do it. There's no better time to do that than that. And then the 31st will be me talking about, getting super duper, totally, fully engaged and into, what do you call it? My fall anime recap and my winter preview. My brain got all kinds of weird there. Sorry about that. So yeah, we'll talk about that. And we'll also put together this, and we're going to be complete on the weapons build of this, and then all we have left is transformation. And I'm going to hang out a little longer because Collision was in the afternoon, and it was a coast to coast, so there was no late night replay because they've got some kind of basketball tournament on tonight. So I can't watch that, or I could. I'm not going to watch that. So instead, I will. I might stay a little longer and just transform this because we're now just about done here. I just need to add the. I just need to add in the connector that lets me hold it on there, which is a C2 piece. But yeah, it is full. I am thrilled to have mapped out the rest of my goddamn Tuesdays and one Wednesday, of course, as mentioned, and know when I'm streaming things and what I'm streaming and all that. Obviously, I think the 21st will be, yes, the 21st of December, 23rd of December. The 23rd of December, which is a Monday, I will be doing a Lego set that is Christmas themed, and then I will finish it up that Thursday if I don't do it in one stream, because I might not be able to do it all in one stream. But I think a Boxing Day or post Boxing Day stream will be fine. Or yeah, Boxing Day, the 26th. I think that'll be fine to do with it. And then reminder that I am the night of the Game Awards, I am not streaming. I have made the decision that I do not want to do a stream that night, so I'm going to take that off. But everything else I'm streaming, as whenever I do. General. All right, let me take a photo of this, and then I'm going to get the transformation figured out, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Lord Crash says, I did play the demo for Stray Paint Simulator. I have the demo downloaded, and I still haven't played it. I need to do that, which is neat and very fun, very much in the vein of Power Simulator. It only has one job, so it's very short. Yeah, I got to do that, right? And I don't want to, do it on stream because it's only one job. I got to just do it on my own and check it out. Like I said, I have it downloaded. I just haven't done it yet. All right. Now we're going to figure out how difficult this is to transform. Let's take the weapons off here. And the shield. The shield is nice because the shield I know gets used for something. So we'll take that off. We'll just take the hands off. I don't think we might need the hands, but I don't think we need the hands. So we'll take those off. All right. So the head goes back. Head goes back. This part of the backpack comes off. And then this part goes forward. And then the other part of the head fits in like this and goes in like that. This is the most I've ever fucking seen on one of these. Look at it. They made the backpack so the head just isn't resting. The head is hidden. Yes, you see the V-fin. but the head is now hidden, and it doesn't. I mean, obviously, this flight mode is going to be this kit just fucking goes like this, but there's more to it. That alone is incredible. That there's any more to it. Oh, you know, we don't need the beam pieces, so we got to take those off. This is already so much more than most of these. Just having that piece is already huge. Okay, let me flatten these out. And then we need to basically pull these out. And then these get pulled forward. Okay. And then what's happening here? Oh, that's like a connector. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, this kind of just goes like that. And then these kind of go out. Okay, yeah. Yeah, right, yeah. And then they don't do the thing where they make you scrunch up the legs, which is nice. Oops, this fell off. And then I guess what you can do is, which I don't know how it's going to rest, right, is you take this off, you put this way, then you take the gun off. Oh, but you can twist this like this and twist that like that. And then this goes like this, which is kind of neat. And then that fits somewhere. Where's that fit? I feel like that. I actually don't quite understand. Oh, there's a piece. There's a piece that goes into the crotch. Got it. Okay. That's what's happening right now. There's a piece that C1 or C237. I was like, what's going on here? There's a piece that you use if you wanted to connect to a stand, but also it allows you to connect this here. And then you can put that at the crotch hole, which you use for posing. Like that. And that lets you put the weapons. I'll turn it in a second here. Let me get this connected right. That lets you put the weapon and the shield below it, which does add something to the build. I don't know if it adds enough to the build, but it does add something. Oh, and then also the piece that fits in the crotch falls off, but that's okay. And it goes like that, which you would need something to hold it. So we're gonna take that off because that doesn't matter for this. But yeah, now it's got a flight mode. Is this flight mode great? No. Is it good? Yeah. I would describe this flight mode as like totally fine. Worse than some, better than most. It's a flight mode. We'll put it like that. I'll say that. And I think it's not bad. This is not a bad flight mode. We'll say that. I think, yeah, that's how I'll leave this. Not a bad one. But we finished it. We finished this build. It's a little past 11. I'm going to take a photo of this, and then we'll go and raid. We'll find some other people to hang out with. But yeah, I'm glad that we were able to stay a little long on a Saturday so that I could do this. I wish I hadn't moved this. There. Okay. Let me see if I can take a photo of this before it falls. I should have had a stand ready and just didn't. So we'll just take a photo like that. Great. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight's stream. We are going to go on a raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to go find somebody doing cool shit. Well, just take this down just a little. We're going to go find somebody doing cool shit and go spend some time with them. I hope you had a good time tonight. I hope you come along on this raid. I hope you come back on Monday when I'm starting a new model kit, because I gotta start a new model kit here. Who are we gonna go raid? Who's doing stuff on a Saturday evening? Let's see. Sebmal is streaming right now. Sebmal is doing a marathon. This is the you pay money and then things happen marathon thing. So we're gonna go hang out with Sebmal. I don't know how much more Seb is going. It's been 7 hours, so I imagine he'll go a little bit longer than that. But we'll go give Seb a raid. He's good people and he's doing a cool long thing. Feel free to come along on this raid. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. I hope you come back on Monday. I'm starting a new kit that looks wild and I think you'll like it. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you on the next Build with Bear workshop. Talk to you soon, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.